200 49s, and then I've given you an option of being of able of you to be able to catch us on Facebook Live on the Radio Christian Voice official page. And then some of you would probably want a better quality of picture. You can also catch us on YouTube Live. All right, simply log on to youtube.com, look for Lorenzo Entertainment TV. All right, just subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be able to catch us on that feed as well. And let's get interactive. Send your comments, and let's get to chat. All right, now, gentlemen, we had the APSA Cup draws taking place. Kind of seem to have a favorable draw. All right. There's also Forest Rangers in the competition. You doubt that?
They're playing Quito United, right?
Quito United, yeah.
It's not a pushover, Lorenzo.
It's not a pushover?
Not at all.
I see. Okay. Please explain why.
They could think like that, but on the pitch, it would be a totally different story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a derby, and Kana even knows that, from time immemorial, they've always had, the difficulties.
With the problems that Quito United have? The walkover?
You know how derbies are, Lorenzo. Problems are thrown off the window if it gets to
and form is thrown out the window.
But Quito are in a lower league, so surely Ghana should have the.
Yeah, it shouldn't really be that much of a problem.
We had was it Young Buffaloes who did extremely well in the last.
They beat the main Green Buffaloes team.
So we can't say they're in the lower league, then they can't. I think that is it would be a myopic way of us looking at. At the competition.
Okay.
Because lower league or no lower league, that is a competition. And lower teams always come guns blazing because they would like to make sure that their presence is felt. So to me, really, those that are playing lower teams have a very big task compared
and Green
to
Eagles
those that are playing
their junior team, right?
Yes.
Young Green Eagles.
Okay, Isaac Pichichi de la Masia now tries to call in before Jerry comes on. All right, you're through to Backpage. Isaac Pichichi de la Masia.
Yes, Lorenzo, sorry, I think it was an issue to do with network, but let's get straight back into the issue.
Into the mix of things.
Let me ask this question to Jerry and Andrew. If you want to cook machine and eat all the ingredients, and if you only have milk and you do not have water, can you cook machine?
Impossible. It won't happen.
Maybe you can try Mashola or something.
This is exactly what is happening, because everybody knows that in football you need all stakeholders. That includes players, includes the government, it includes supporters,
yes,
it includes administration, and it includes the coach.
Yeah.
For the last 1 year, the Football Association of Zambia has been looking for an ingredient called the coach. To permanently fill in that position that was left by St. Bandeka.
Yes.
And there's been something wrong. We've been told that no, the procedure was not followed when Pasolini wanted to be contracted by the Football Association, and that government wants to issue a work permit, and they're the only legal site in our body that can issue out a work permit for any individual coming outside of the borders of this country. The procedure was followed, and now we're hearing just 2 weeks ago, the latest is that the Minister of Sport doesn't even know about the contract situation of YouTube. So you can clearly see that there's something wrong in terms of contracting a coach. It's a crucial component wherever you go, whether it's local football or international football, for the senior national team to get the desired result.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's an oversight by many people. They do not see. At the end of the day, they look at the 19 minutes and the men's national team is doing not really well, but does the national team, the men's senior national team, have all the ingredients for it to succeed? And if the answer is yes, then well, maybe Andrew Kamanga has the case to answer. If the answer is no, I beg to differ and say that maybe those are the reasons why the national team at men's level, at senior level, is not doing or getting the desired result.
Exactly.
Thinking about the triumphant Chipolo Polo, I think those on social media, I heard Jerry mention that they were saying that maybe the sports minister or the head of state might want to host that and it should be left up to them. Well, I've got a little bit of a difference in opinion. I mean, coming from the fact that we've got a minister who, when he's not physically there, he claims that he doesn't know what is happening in his own ministry. So I would actually say that maybe at the moment, because I was there physically present at that night at the Corona figure. The minister was not there. Maybe he doesn't even know that the team has qualified for the Olympics.
Exactly.
You say he doesn't know that they qualified.
If those who are promoting the idea of going to civil court when the Bible or football, the Constitution, clearly states that this is should be resolved within the confines of the legal processes and committees or bodies. And we need to ask themselves, and we already know the consequences, which you touched on earlier on, which is obviously suspension of football for Zambia at international level.
Okay.
What is their agenda? And then secondly, do we love this country? Because this is one of the few things that unite this country. So in my opinion, I think it would be a definite no. I think these people have got a hidden agenda, and I think we need to guard against that hidden agenda, because I think everybody at the end of the day wants football to be the winner and wants to see their flag.
Okay.
I'm going to end there because I know that other callers also want to call in. They don't get the time.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for coming through, brother man. We're truly grateful. All right. Okay. So then,
just to add on what Pichichi has said, this is why I was saying, you see, as a leader, you need to embrace everybody. There's no leader who is loved by everybody. There are certain people that naturally just hates a certain leader. That happens everywhere. But you as a leader, you need to have a big heart. You need to embrace
a
everybody.
unifier.
And you need
to be a unifier.
Yes, because you are sitting on, above there and overlooking everybody. So you need to have this big heart. You don't need to show, vividly that this is this, this is that. But in the private confines, you need then to sit with those that you feel, this one, I need to talk to them more. You need to sit down with them now and talk to them at length. What, how you would need to approach a certain situation in order for which to get to arrive at a win-win situation. So for me, I will always call upon Minister Mlenga as a leader. He needs to have this big heart. He needs to be more receptive. He needs to go beyond what he himself believes in by embracing even those things that he sees are not, things that he may like, but they are required to be done. So him as a leader has a lot of work to do. Him as a leader, he's a unifier. Him as a leader must go beyond his personal, character and embrace everyone else, that he needs to embrace. So it's very, very important, in leadership to be this person with a big heart, and like showing it publicly that this to you is a no, this to you is a what. It may be a no, but go in the closet and understand it better, and then come out with a unifying position. To me, that is what I would want to see from Minister Mlenga, and that is critical for Zambia. It's very, very critical.
Jerry, this message says, Jerry, has the Minister of Sports signed Mitchell's work permit yet? No, it's not him that is supposed to sign, but facilitate him probably. All right. Then that is what we're just from talking about. Maybe for the sake of
last week that
the
papers were in the Attorney General's office
for consideration.
Last week, that
was the position last week, right?
And we haven't really heard much during the week. So we're also in the dark about that.
All right, 0960-200-490. That is the number for text messages and interactions as well. Let me get to read some of the comments coming off Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. Zikachitika Panji Munkondia says, I'm listening.
He's from Chipata, isn't he?
He must be from Chipata.
Is that a real name?
I doubt. I really doubt. Panji, please tell us, is that your real name or it's a pseudonym? All right, this one say, okay, he says, I'm listening. It is sad that we are politicking everything, including our beautiful game.
You can imagine.
We love politics, unfortunately. Now, ka weekend at least with Backpage and Chibwantu will do. Zikachitika, Panji Munkondia.
You know, Lorenzo, they are selling Chiwantu and even Munkoyo in bottles. Huh?
Oh, yeah, it tastes very nice.
Yeah, into Pick and Pay, ShopRite, and so on.
I bought some from those outlets. It tastes very nice, you know.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Innocent Chipindani says that man is not a soccer fan and he's bad for football. Minister of Sports. That's from Innocent Chipindani. All right. People upset. Yeah. Rowan Java says, great show as always, loving the analysis. All right, those are Facebook Live comments. Those coming through from YouTube Live. Henry Chavula says, good to see you on YouTube, family. I'm in now. Okay,
excellent.
Good. Ben Muma says, I'm watching you live on YouTube from Matero, North Lusaka.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. And then he says, keep it up. Young Eagles, Absa Cup. Another interesting matchup. It's junior versus senior. Both teams sponsored by the Zambia National Service. All right, so gentlemen.
Both based in Choma?
Well, I need to verify that. Green Eagles is based in Choma, but Young Eagles.
Green Eagles.
I know.
I'm not very sure.
I'm aware that ZNS sponsors quite a lot of footballing teams around the country. I know of the Luangfumu ZNS in Mansa. It's a very, very big force in that region. So I know of ZNS Chishimba in Kasama, where Emmanuel Munaire was. So they are sponsoring quite a lot of. So I don't know where young Green Eagles are from, but I should believe they are a force to reckon.
Force to reckon with. All right, Agahoa Sikalumbi, you are through to Backpage. Tiribu akura kuru, muribwanje makura kuru. Muti tumera got phone Murusaka. Okay, please go ahead, Agahoa. Opalima strikers when wanatenga mufunza kuliko anachirako Jimmy Berek Njovu magozi ujawapa kama Warriors Jimmy. Zikomo Agahoa. Okay, all right. All right, but he has a valid point, eh? He's wondering that what merits was used to select the strikers, all right, if Jimmy Belek Njovu is not on the shortlist, according to him, who probably he's definitely the top scorer, right? He's been scoring for fun, especially against teams that he's played for, maybe trying to make a point or something. But Andre and Jerry, getting on to Jerry now, we think merit should be based on the goal scored, or maybe there are certain dynamics people listening in may not be privy to that need to be brought to their attention. That it could be beyond goals that a coach might look for in a striker. Linker play, is he a team player, and stuff like that. How would he mix positioning? How would he mix in his scheme of things? He may score, but can he fit in his tactical setup on match day? That is a question that probably begs an answer.
Yes, certain coaches look for more than just goal scoring, like you've pointed out. How does the striker link up with his teammates? Does he press when they don't have the ball? What about his positioning?
What is his defensive contribution to the whole lot of a team?
All those things. It's like the whole picture rather than just focusing on scoring. So probably there's some things which Mitchell saw and he thought, is it Jim Belem?
Jimmy Belek Njovu.
Oh, Belek Njovu, sorry. I think it was Chair who used the name Jim Belem, and I just realized Jim Belem is the CEO of Mahogany Airlines.
So if he's listening in, you take offense.
You take offense. So sorry, Dr. Belem, but we're talking about the striker there. So there are other things which coaches look at, and maybe Sina I've seen this being done better in another striker, so let me try that player rather than this one. And that's how they make their team, because it's also how a player fits in the team. And
there have been quite a lot of complaints, even the inclusion of Tapson. You know, some people have taken that, you know, in a very different way. But when you see Tapson playing, Tapson is a very versatile guy. He doesn't sit in one place. If he loses the ball, he will fight. You know, he will keep fighting. So he's a very versatile guy, despite him being a striker. So there are, like Jerry has just been explaining, there are certain things that coaches will look into in a player and see how much he can contribute to the entire team, to the success of the team. So
to the overall setup of a team.
Exactly.
Even like the movement, just because you are a center forward, doesn't mean you should just be hanging around the center, the penalty spot there waiting for the ball. Sometimes you go to the wing, sometimes you pull back a bit to just sort of pull the defense out of shape and so on, and your teammates can exploit those
Football has
spaces.
become dynamic now, right?
Yeah.
You actually need to be thinking all the time. You can't just you know, be this person who thinks I'll just be waiting for the I'll just be waiting for the
cross.
You know, but go and create these chances. Come out a little bit. You know, confuse the defenders. They want to know who. You know, I was looking at simply excellent. To me, that was a way a defender can actually read the mind of a striker.
Defending against three strikers.
Yes.
You know, and Wan-Bissaka had a very good game. He marked Sterling out of that game completely.
So you need to, now you as a striker, you need to know that this gentleman, this is the way he plays. So how do I outsmart him? Because that's the only way you're going to score, is to outsmart the defender.
Absolutely.
So that is the contribution that you're going to make as a striker, to try and confuse the defender so that you create chances. So if you don't do that, all you do is just simply stand in the box and wait for crosses. Then the coach will think and say, then it's difficult to develop this player, much as he will be able to, you know, to contribute a goal or two. So we need to look at the game holistically. We need to look at it all the way from the defender, the goalkeeper, into the striking force. For me, that's what I would understand as the reasons why some of the players are being left out. But suffice to say that if you look at the combinations, to me they look good. They look quite good, and he's picking players that you're able to see that, oh, this person actually in his team is equally performing. And that is a difference that we have seen so far. Certain players that were being called names, when we have seen them in Mitchell's team, we are now applauding. Certain players we are questioning. It's the combinations that the coach is trying to come up with.
And then this coach is just picking players based on what he's seen. He's not using past glory or names to say, oh, this one has always played in the national team.
Making personal assessments.
He's assessed and he's formed the team. Surprising to see that, oh, well, maybe not so surprising. I think Zesco United only have, is it two players?
2 players there.
It's a reflection. They're not doing so well as a team. They're struggling. So the coach has only picked 2 players from Zesco United.
We've always talked about how the young man, Jack Kakunta is alert. I mean, for me, it's not a surprise to see Jack in the national team. So, once you change the coach will see things differently, and will try and make his lineup compared to according to the way he's seeing the situation on the ground, and put those people in training. Remember, he has had several training sessions. Whatever he's seeing is what we are seeing him picking.
All right, now before we move on from the local front, because we're now about to talk about midweek action and then talk about what effect, how ravaging the coronavirus has been. All football activity somewhat suspended across Europe. Even the CAF, Africa Cup of Nations qualifier has been put off by CAF. All right, Mufulira Wanderers coming to Red Arrows at Nkoloma Stadium, winning comprehensively.
3 straight.
All right, now that's quite an impressive scoreline, but I'm left wondering. But I'm not too sure if Mufulira Wanderers will survive relegation. And that's the painful truth.
It's last weekend. Definitely, TC has more or less like stabilized the ship now, and we have posted that positive result. My assessment is that probably we are yet to see more of those positive results. I was looking at the games that are remaining. Is it 14? Is it 14 games?
14 games to go.
Games to go. Yeah. It's not easy at all. And everyone, we have Lumwana fighting relegation. We have Nakambala also fighting relegation. My team of Lira Wanderers. So it's all the teams. I think the 5, 6 teams at the bottom of the league, they are all fighting relegation. The points amongst these teams are not very different. They're not very far apart. So all the 6 will be fighting for relegation. And Mighty should have. They've now, with the 3 new win last weekend, they've now moved up. They are no longer at the bottom of the table. They have moved up an inch. They have moved an inch up. So if we can amass a little bit more points, we see ourselves surviving. Not easy, but we see ourselves surviving.
Pretty much possible.
Yeah.
My team of Lira Wanderers there, legendary cup fighters as they are known now. I think they have the record for the most trophies in Zambian football. I know Nkana fans will say it's Nkana, but well, when it comes to the league,
yes,
Nkana hold that record, but overall, Wanderers have won more trophies.
There's no team that can match my team of Lira Wanderers.
So they need some consistency. It's not helpful to have a one-off victory like this one over Arrows and then you lose the next one. They need a run of maybe 3 games in a row that will see them go up the table. And they need to really get some points on the board because they're in a precarious position. Some feel it may be a little bit too late, but if they can string up a run of victories and win quite a number, only one team has managed to score 100 league goals in a single season, and that was my team of Lira Wanderers back in 1967, somewhere there.
Only
Wanderers have scored 100 league goals.
100 league goals.
So if anyone knows better out there, I stand to be corrected. But the records that I checked, Wanderers are the only ones to score 100 league goals.
That is how great the team is.
Yeah. Although they say, so
So
they need to do it now rather than relying on what their forefathers, grandfathers did. They need to do it now.
You can never write
1967. That's 53 years ago.
You guys are renowned publishers of football in Zambia. So you can never write any history about Zambian football without mentioning my team of Lira Wanderers.
Legendary cup fighters.
That is how legendary the team is. So,
and they churned out great players: Zoom Jovo, Dixon Makwaza, Ashos Melu, Charles Musonda, Carlos himself,
a lot of them.
Johnson Gwadia. Wow. Really entertained us over the years.
So we will fight. We will keep fighting until at the end of the season. We will keep fighting.
Quite sentimental there. Sentimental value there coming off Andrew. All right, now we have midweek action. All right, and it's a pity that Liverpool couldn't make it past Atletico de Madrid, Jerry, in the UEFA Champions League. What a game, that 5-goal thriller. All right. Now, but I remember Jerry telling you that this Atletico side is very hard to beat over 2 legs. You told me it's halftime. Now, it's a pity. Okay, this Liverpool side could have gone all the way, but it's a pity they've met an Atletico side at this time of the season. Atletico are good over 2 legs, but on a one-legged final, Madrid has always had the better of them. They're very difficult to beat over 2 legs. But in a final, this is why they haven't yet won the UEFA Champions League, despite playing in 2 finals in recent memory. All right, so that really stuck on the back of my mind. And last few days ago, it definitely came out quite true. Where did you get it all wrong? Could it be down to ugly tactics? Because Jurgen Klopp saying, why does Atletico play such ugly football, yet they have a stellar squad? Come to think of it. And then Andrew also chimed in.
Very defensive side.
Very
it's like he sets them up that way to just frustrate and not give any quarter. Yeah. But the way it went, Liverpool played well. They managed to actually breach them a number of times. They even scored the 2 goals that were required. Football-wise, Liverpool were the better side in my view. I know some people would just look at the result. But at 2-0, it was clear sight to the target, to the finish line. And then the inevitable happened. The goalkeeper just blundered, tried to hoof the ball upfield, and ended up passing it to an Atletico player, and they scored from that. So they went further again as Liverpool were trying to push. They exploited those spaces and scored 2 more goals. Poor goals to concede, in my view. And I think Liverpool created a number of chances, and they could have won it in the 90 minutes. And it's just a lesson to say, look, when you have your chances, be clinical, take them, because you need to put a distance between you and your opponents, so that if they pull one back, there's still a cushion, and that didn't happen, and Liverpool were made to pay. Very disappointing to be out of the Champions League in that manner, but it's one of those things. It happens, and we will go again. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Live to fight another day.
We live to fight another day, and I'm sure the Premiership is headed to Anfield. But it's been a good season all the same. Liverpool played well. In the Premiership, they've been awesome. And well, despite this disruption of postponement of games, I feel it's inevitable that they'll soon win the 2 games that they need in order to bag the title.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have even suspended or postponed games until Liverpool plays their 2 in hand. We have a win, and then you can say, okay, we're done with the season. All right, Matthew Di Matteo Kabamba says, young Green Eagles are based in Kafue. All right, apparently, Matthew Di Matteo Kabamba is an Atletico Madrid fan. Di Matteo, if you're listening in, are you still an Atletico? You're disputing.
No, come on.
Please confirm. Di Matteo, confirm. Someone here is disputing that you are an Atletico Madrid fan. Congratulations to you. All right, but let me have Andrew also come in on the UEFA Champions League. And then Paris Saint-Germain beating Borussia Dortmund. And then it was quite all right. It was behind closed doors.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. There wasn't much to write about that game, apart from the mocking celebration that the PSG players did against Haaland. Haaland takes that, is that a Buddhist posture each time he scores? And you could see the entire Paris Saint-Germain team doing the same Buddhist posture in celebrating them qualifying to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. But, well, congratulations to PSG. Would like to get your comment. PSG and Atletico making it through to the quarterfinals. This UEFA Champions League tournament season is definitely going to be a tough one. Games being postponed. Well, it remains to be seen how games will pan out, because it will definitely be crunch time between now and June with these postponements that we're being subjected to.
You know, that game played behind closed doors, it felt like a training session.
Absolutely.
When you flip, you check, it felt really strange. No fans, no cheering.
The
it was so quiet.
The coach
it was
barking
something
tactics
else.
to the players. You can actually hear them. You can hear them.
It's good for PSG. I hope that this time around they can, live up to the quality they have. It's one side that has very, very good players, but have failed to utilize these, world-class players to win them, the Champions League. So we hope that this time around they can perform all the way to the finals. Atletico, for me, I would have loved Liverpool to win. Simple reason, Liverpool play very, very good football compared to the football that Atletico plays. You can even see how Simeone commands his charges from the touchline. He never sits from the first whistle to the last whistle. This guy is always just screaming instructions from the touchline. And
their goalkeeper had a number of saves.
Yes.
Yano Black. But by the way, Atletico Madrid historically
have a very good goalkeeper.
Absolutely. They had David De Gea. Then they got Thibaut Courtois. Now they have Yano Black. One wonders where they get their good goalkeepers from.
They must have a very good scouting system.
Not even
system,
that. They could have a good scouting system, but in addition to that, they must have a very good goalkeeper coach who makes sure that he drills these goalkeepers to a certain standard. I mean,
that could be a factor.
Yes, they are world-class goalkeepers through and through. And you could see how, he kept them in the game.
Yeah, no blast.
So many, attempts by Liverpool, but he still, kept Atletico in the game. So it would be interesting to see how far Atletico will go. They are really, really, great fighters and great defenders at the end of it all. And Champions League is always interesting when you're watching Atletico, because whichever team they meet, every team must plan extremely well against Atletico because of their defensive play. Probably that's the strong point of their coach Diego Simeone.
Diego Simeone.
Yeah,
absolutely. Some comments coming through here. Enoch Lefo Jr. says Liverpool is slowly losing some nuts and bolts on their wheels like they always do during the end of the season. Manu is back. Well, it goes without saying who's giving that statement. Enoch Lefo Jr. Thank you very much for your comments. All right, but it's pretty obvious.
Lorenzo, I shared something on the group yesterday about like question and answer about coronavirus disrupting the league.
Yeah.
There were some fans who were like asking with eagerness, anticipation that the league is going to be just cancelled out right there. So it was pointed out that these fans are from the northwest of England, so it's clear they're
United.
from a certain team, and they're hoping that they just cancel the league and we start a new one next season. So we know where these fans are from.
No, that can't happen. I mean, you just can't ignore all the games that have gone through. I mean, even the FA, if they had to say, okay, fine, the season ends now, we still have a winner.
We still have a winner,
so, yeah. So you just can't cancel and say no. This is the whole league will be now and void. No, I don't think that would be the way to go.
All right, Noble Mayembe says, hi, Lorenzo. I'm enjoying the show, though the panel is not complete. Doha, Qatar. All right, so Noble is watching us from Doha, Qatar on our YouTube feed. So thank you very much, Noble.
We're honored.
Yeah, we're honored indeed. All right, next time we're in Doha, we'll definitely have to look for you. All right, then Roy Charlie says, I see you guys. You're doing a great job. Thanks. Love you all. But where's Che and Bamuzo? Roy Charlie in Kitwe. All right, then Brian Shumba says, looking good, guys. I'm enjoying the show within the Lusaka. Thumbs up. Then Alithia says, good afternoon, Wabonse. Where is my chair? I wanted him to comment on the Nkana game because last week he was very against Kalampa. It's good Kalampa won. All right, thank you very much. And then John J. Banda says, watching you from the friendly city of Dola. All right. What a boring weekend. We shall have no football. Okay, then Brother Aaron Temple says, I'm enjoying the show, guys. Following you live on FB from Senanga. All right, so we're from Doha, Qatar. Now we're in Senanga, flooded as we speak, with the Kuomboka set to take place on the 4th of April next month.
Yeah,
Agnes Bandapiri says, listening to my favorite weekend radio sports program. Keep it up. All right, thank you very much, Madam Agnes Bandapiri, for the contribution there. We're truly grateful that we're your favorite weekend radio sports program. And then Anna Walindunda says, hi, Lorenzo, Jerry, and Andrew. We're Liverpool. No EPL this weekend. It'll be boring weekends. Up to April. Nibola Upper Z for now. Thumbs up to Coach Mitchell. Health comes first during this outbreak of the coronavirus. Watching from Ndola. Okay, Isaac Nanda says watching from Chongwe. Kingsley Kaboswe watching from Chilanga. Enoch Ngulube says, I'm enjoying the program, but I want to ask the panel, is this money the Minister of Sport failing to approve, does it belong to him? If not, why failing to approve? All right, I would like to appreciate Bishop Fortune Mwiza is watching us via Facebook Live.
Excellent.
Bishop,
thank you very much.
We're truly grateful.
We're honored.
We're honored indeed. Blessings. Thank you very much for your contribution. Lake Malopande, the Arsenal fan, says Shadow Walker watching within Lusaka. Manje ateta arina coronavirus. Kwasira.
No, Apola.
Hopes yasira pamanje. Evaristo Mudenda, El Madridista, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Smart G, Shonsenim Fumo, loser poo.
Yeah, no, loser.
Bola Yakosa, Atletico Madrid with the virus to destroy the poo. All right, but Shonsenim Fumo says you're watching us, guys. You're watching us. All right, if we Man City go. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. As we hit the top of the hour now, let's talk about how ravaging and obliterating this coronavirus has been. Pretty sad.
Oh, yeah.
Now, April 4. Now we're left. Now we're left to bang our heads and figure out. There will be a backlog of games from the 4th of April through to June.
Yeah.
All right, with the UEFA Champions League, and other cup games. I'm wondering, how are we going to have this pan out? It remains to be seen. We might have chock-a-block matches, but this is provisionally up to the 4th of April for the English Premier League. For Spanish La Liga, it's just the next 2 rounds of matches, and they're monitoring the situation. Now, let me have you two focus on the Premier League before we get to La Liga. All right. Now, 4th of April is not too far from now. It's about 2 weeks. So, in a nutshell, that could be like 3-4 games. All right. So, how could this best be panned out? What if the season is suspended? How best would it? What would be the best modus operandi to determine who the winner is? Let me start with you, Jerry, for the league.
For the league, if they were to suspend it and say, look, no more games.
Should the current standings in the league obtain as final?
Yeah, they should look at the current standings. So who's on top? They played the same number of games and so on. Okay, and declare a winner that way. It wouldn't make much sense to just cancel it completely, write it off to say like
because Liverpool are always going to win it in the next 2 games after all.
Games, surely they're going to win those 2 games. But the coronavirus, they're wreaking havoc on sport in general, not just soccer. Even the Masters has been put off. Formula One. It's
tennis put off
worldwide. So there's anticipation of the league extending beyond the
time frame.
Yeah, the time frame. We might see games being played even in June. Because of this period where there's been like cancellation of games.
Yeah, we need to be compensated.
Yeah, certainly. Fans are complaining already. They're saying it's going to be boring and so on. So what they can do in this period, look, I think Bundesliga, they should be playing this weekend. And the other sports, other leagues, our league is there.
Running.
So it's not the end of the world. They can still watch other leagues.
Yeah, it's not completely out and out, eh? No. Yeah, because talking of the ABSA Premiership, all right, talking of the ABSA Premiership, I think we do have games there. Only about 24 cases have been confirmed of the coronavirus. And
all of them is the people that went out of South Africa and came back with it. So that's why for me, I'm saying that perhaps we the Africans have got a better way of fighting this, because we have always fought these things. I heard one doctor yesterday saying that
no, in Germany they've postponed as well.
Oh, it's been postponed now.
Yeah, they've been postponed to the 21st of March, which is next weekend. Yeah.
So which means that for us as Africans, we are better off, because we are always fighting one disease after another. And one doctor has suggested that the way TB was fought, they can actually fight the coronavirus in a similar way. And one doctor again was studying it and looking at what sort of organs it affects, and everything seems to be pointing towards what affects the TB, what the TB affects in the body is exactly that the coronavirus is also affecting. So there are already signs that already in Africa we are making headways compared to our friends who are being ravaged terribly. So I was also reading somewhere where it says Chinese doctors have found a way of handling it. How true that is, I'm not so sure. But definitely with us here in Africa, we will definitely contain this, and it's not going to ravage us the way it has in the European countries.
And then it's not sparing anyone, even high-profile people are contracting it. Like I think the health minister in the UK, Canadian Prime Minister's wife, Tom Hanks and his wife also had the coronavirus. So, but the good thing is that once you get it, it's not like that's the end. People are able to recover. It's just important that hygiene should be observed at all times. Avoid handshakes and wash your hands thoroughly. Use sanitizers and just basically practicing good hygiene.
and that is how it goes. All right. So Di Matteo says he's Man United and any team that plays against Liverpool.
You know what, Lorenzo? When Liverpool lost, some were celebrating, and I don't get that. I mean, well, you celebrate when your team wins, not celebrate because your rivals have lost, and some were even saying they were popping champagne, some were calling Liverpool names. Yeah, surprising. But the thing is, Liverpool are still winning the Premiership, which was the main target. If you had asked me at the beginning of the season to say you trade the Champions League trophy for the Premiership title, well, I could have snapped your hand off.
Literally.
For me, really, my thinking was that Jurgen Klopp was actually up to the task for both trophies. And it's just unfortunate that probably Liverpool has played so much football this season that now we are able to see the fatigue in them. And
the injury to our number one goalkeeper, Alisson, probably would have done better. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe you would have made it through past Atletico, eh?
But for me, Adrian would have made he made those silly mistakes. But had you gone all the way to the penalties, you would have thanked Adrian more because he's more alert in penalty shootouts compared to Alisson. So you would have thanked him more.
Maybe they would have won,
the target. Yes, and I'm sure that was the target to say, okay, if we fail to win in regulation time, let's push these guys up all the way up to the penalties.
And that could have been something.
Who knows? Yeah.
Shadrach Sakalika says this weekend, Yaipa, no my games, looking smart, Rantubatu. Where is the first lady? Valova. All right. No, she's not too well. A little under the weather, but she should be fine now. All right. She probably will be back next Saturday. Shadrach Sakalika, thank you very much for your comment on the program. All right. So then Maureen Kavamba says, I'm happy to finally manage to watch you people. I'm a silent listener.
Excellent.
I love the program. Excellent. All right. And she says, mother to Ben Blazer. Okay. Wow. Thank you very much, Maureen Kavamba. I'm glad that you love the program.
Mother, actually. Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes,
wow.
yes. Thank you very much. We're truly
grateful
that you took time to watch us. All right, and we're truly grateful. Please make it a habit to keep watching us. We're truly grateful. Words cannot express enough how grateful we are that you love the program and you're a silent listener. All right, then Nito Chitindi says, hi, Lorenzo, Jerry, and Andrew, listening and watching live on Facebook from Lusaka South. Sad situation for the world today. Looks like it's scripture fulfillment. The coronavirus is so destructive and only God can save us. Man United, we're back. Okay, so that's Nito Chitindi.
All right. This 5-0 whitewash.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, let's probably cap it off from there.
I forgot we beat Man City. We beat Man City 2-0.
Yes.
And then we went on to win 5. No, for sure Man United is back.
Come on, Jerry, can we endorse that? You beat last 5-0 behind closed doors. Yeah, that's last. For crying out
How many players do you know in last?
But who did we beat on Sunday? Wasn't it Man City?
Man City.
Yes, 2-0. Yeah, and another blunder by the goalkeeper. He actually gifted Manu a second goal. So it's football. Mistakes are there in football, and mistakes are what makes or breaks a team.
I'll give them credit. They played well against Man City. They had a game plan which worked. Clever free kick. Man City were kind of out of sorts, but Man United seized the day, and then at the end, the goalkeeper just makes a terrific blunder, which ended up in the second goal. So, congrats.
McTominay said, "Thank you very much."
They had this choice: should we beat Man City and help Liverpool towards the title, or just lose, or maybe we help ourselves and try and climb into the top four? So they really had no choice, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, 12:55, getting on to 12:56. We've run out of time, but we really appreciate all the people that sent in their text messages via YouTube Live and via Facebook Live. We're truly grateful for those of you that also did call in and send your WhatsApp messages on the program. We definitely have to pack our bags. We just had to run out of time. But with or without coronavirus, Join us next Saturday at the same time from 11 to 13. You have to remember, it'll never be Premier unless it's Backpage. It's probably at this juncture that we have to cut transmission, and we're truly grateful for those of you that did keep us company for all this time. It's mejores amigos para siempre. At this juncture, we shout out and say, lights out.